I'm attorney Gloria Allred. With me on my left is Kenneth Slayton. With me on my right is Jamie Slayton, his wife. Behind him is Sarah, their daughter. And behind Jamie is also their daughter, Brittany. I'll be making a statement which outlines the facts, and then Kenneth will be making his statement. After we make both statements, I'll take a few questions, and I also have a few photographs to show you. Mr. Slayton will not be taking any questions today, just too emotional for him. We are here today to explain why Ken Slayton, who is 63 years old, believes that he is the father of Jaycee Lee Dugard, and to offer assistance to her and her children. Ken met Jaycee's mother, Terry Susan Dugard, also known as Susan, in August 1979 at Lake Havasu at a campsite. Ken was, and is, a Vietnam combat veteran who was awarded a Purple Heart for his service in Vietnam. Ken and Susan Dugard had a brief relationship for approximately 1 month. Then Susan told him she was pregnant. At that point, Ken did not know if Susan would terminate the pregnancy or give birth, and he was not sure if he was the father. The next day, Ken spoke to his friend, Jamie, about Susan's pregnancy. He had told Jamie that he would raise the child that he had with Susan if Susan did not want to do it. But Ken never heard from Susan, and he did not know where she was. Ken and Susan lost contact, and about 1 year later, a friend told Ken that Susan had given birth to the baby, and that the baby looked like Ken. Ken asked where Susan was. The friend also indicated that Susan did not want Ken to know where she lived. In 1983, Kenneth married Jamie, a longtime friend. Kenneth and Jamie have now been married for 26 years. They have 2 children, Sarah Lee Slayton, who is 25 years old, and Brittany Lee Slayton, who is 21 years old. Ken also has 2 older children from a first marriage, a daughter and a son. The day after Jaycee disappeared, the FBI came and told Kenneth that Jaycee's mother had identified him as Jaycee's father. Years later, an investigator for the El Dorado sheriff also came by and spoke to him about Jaycee and treated him as her father as they searched for her. When Ken first learned from law enforcement that Jaycee had been kidnapped, he was shocked and sick about it. He felt guilty about not trying harder to find Susan and participating in Jaycee's life as a father. He kept wondering if he could have somehow prevented the kidnapping, if only he had been there for Jaycee. He vowed to himself that if she were ever found, that he would try to be a part of her life. At that point that she was kidnapped, however, there was nothing that he could do except hope and pray that Jaycee would be found alive and that he could then provide her with the love and support that he believed that she was entitled to enjoy. Years passed, and then recently he heard the news that Jaycee had been found and released from her 18 years of torment. Ken was disgusted and upset when he learned the gruesome details about the conditions in which she was forced to live and the predator that she was forced to endure. His first reaction was intense anger at Philip Garrido and his wife, and a feeling that if they committed the terrible crimes with which they are charged, that they should be put to death. He also felt that now that Jaycee was found, that there was a new opportunity to have the relationship with Jaycee that he had never been able to have. If Kenneth had known that he was Jaycee's father when she was born, and if he had known where Susan was, he would have provided for her and been there for her from day one. Since that didn't happen, he wants her to know now that he is there for her and that he has another family, which includes her sisters and her stepmother, and that they all want to provide love and support to her. He simply wants to provide a positive male role model for her and her children, rather than the role model provided to her by Philip Garrido. This is especially important for Jaycee's 2 children, because they have never had a positive male role model. They have only had the example of the sexual predator, Garrido. Kenneth wants to assure Jaycee that he wants absolutely nothing from her, and that he has strong reason to believe that he is her father and the grandfather of her children. First, Jaycee was born on May 3rd, 1980, approximately 9 months after Susan and Ken had an affair. Second, Susan indicated to Ken that she had not been intimate with anyone else during the time period that Jaycee was conceived. Third, Jaycee's middle name is Lee. That is also Ken's middle name, and the middle name of Ken's daughters, Sarah Lee and Brittany Lee. Fourth, Susan did not name a father on the birth certificate. Fifth, the FBI indicated to him that Susan had identified him as the father. Sixth, the El Dorado Sheriff's Office treated him as the father. Seventh, Ken believes that Jaycee has some physical features that are similar to his. 8, to Ken's knowledge, no other person has claimed to be Jaycee's biological father. We are speaking out at this press conference today because we do not know where she is now, and this is our only hope of reaching her. We would like to have testing done to confirm that Kenneth is her father, and if she or her representative is willing to contact me, we can arrange for a private and confidential test at an appropriate time. This is an important opportunity to have a very special relationship. Parents are forever, and it is never too late to establish and to enjoy a parent-child relationship. We think it's important that Jaycee is in a safe place now and has her privacy. However, we hope that very soon we will hear from her or her representative and learn if and when she will be able to accept the opportunity to meet the family who believe that they are her sister's stepmother and father, and who want to do everything they can to support her at this critical time and for the rest of her life. And now I'd like to introduce Ken Slayton. And Ken, I'm going to actually have you change seats with me so you can be next to the microphone, if you don't mind. Okay? You can sit right here. Thank you.
I believe that Jaycee Lee is my daughter. I've reached this conclusion based on the fact that the FBI told me that Jaycee Lee's mother had identified me as the father, and the El Dorado Sheriff Department treated me as the father. Also, Jaycee Lee has the same middle name as me, as Lee, and my two daughters, Brittany and Sarah Lee. My friend told me that Susan had the baby, and the baby even looked like me. Even though my friend indicated that Susan didn't want me in her life, I did make an effort to contact her, but was not successful. I've had many nightmares over the years, wondering if I could have done more to help Susan and the baby. Now that she's been found, I want her to know that our hearts are open.
It's okay.
Our hearts are open, and we long to be loving, supporting, normal family to her and the children. That for the last 18 years that the kids have never known. We understand and respect that she and the children have suffered greatly and may need time before we are reunited. However, we are reaching out today and hoping and praying that she will hear us and take the first step in helping confirm that she is my daughter and the children, sisters, and the mother of my grandchildren. We love you, Jaycee. and waiting for your call. We're waiting for your call, and we would like to meet in a private setting, hopefully very, very soon. Thanks.